The punch landed hard, slamming me backward into the cold metal kennels. Pain bloomed across my cheekbone like fire, but my fingers stayed locked around that fallen adoption card for the golden retriever. Its microchip number stared back at me. 985-121-435891226, hauntingly familiar. The same pattern I'd glimpsed on suspicious donation receipts. Victor Langford towered over me, his face twisted in rage, still demanding I sign those fraudulent refinancing papers for his so-called charity. He had no clue that the woman sprawled on the shelter floor had just uncovered the thread that would unravel his entire $1.2 million scam. My name is Elena Harper. For 5 long years, I'd built invisible walls to protect myself from the man my mother had married after my father passed. Those walls shattered the moment Victor walked into Oakwood Animal Rescue at 6:47 p.m. on a rainy Friday evening. I was wrapping up my volunteer shift, updating intake forms for a German Shepherd mix, 2 tabby kittens, and this abandoned golden retriever found near the interstate. The dog's microchip had been glitchy all day, linking to disconnected numbers that raised quiet alarms in my mind. The shelter door chimed. Elena, Victor's voice cut through the air, laced with that familiar irritation he reserved for family. Your mother said you'd be here slumming it with the strays. My grip tightened on the adoption card. Behind him, our newest volunteer, Alex, paused while hosing kennels, sensing trouble. I kept my tone even. We're closing soon. Victor, whatever this is can wait. He crossed the reception area in long strides, slapping a manila folder onto the counter. No. It can't. I need your signature tonight. I didn't touch it. Years watching Victor cycle through failed schemes, each one draining my mother's savings or credit, had taught me caution. I'm not co-signing anything. I've told you that. His jaw clenched. This isn't co-signing. It's family helping family. Your mother gets it. I met his eyes. My mother understands whatever you convince her to believe. The words landed sharp. In my periphery, Alex edged toward the security camera. Good. We'd have proof if things escalated. Victor leaned in, his expensive cologne clashing with the shelter's clean antiseptic scent. You think you're superior with your corporate compliance job and weekend dog rescues? Playing saint. I slid the card under the keyboard. I think I'm careful. You should leave. That's when he spotted my phone screen glowing with a text from my half-brother Lucas. Found more irregularities in Paws of Hope filings. Call me. Victor's expression darkened dangerously. What's Lucas been feeding you? I snatched the phone away as he lunged, knocking over my coffee mug. Liquid spilled across forms. Get out. Now. Instead, he rounded the counter into staff-only space. Alex called a warning, but Victor was in my face, backing me toward the barking dogs sensing chaos. You're signing these papers, he hissed, and stopping your poison against me, or your mother learns what kind of ungrateful daughter she raised. I shot back. The kind who won't enable your stealing? The folder trembled in his grip. I glimpsed Harborline Analytics letterhead, my employer. How did he get those? It's not stealing, it's charity, he rehearsed smoothly. Refinancing could free thousands for rescues, but Oakwood owned no vans. Yet Paws of Hope claimed a fleet. Pieces clicked. He snapped. Paper scattered as his fist connected, sending me crashing into kennel doors. Metal bit my shoulders. The adoption card fluttered down. Microchip number clear, the same prefix Victor used for burner phones. Matching donation irregularities, Lucas questioned. Sir. Leave now. Alex shouted. Phone out. I'm calling 911. Victor stood heaving, realizing his mistake. But I fixated on the card and the golden retriever pressing its nose through bars, whimpering comfortingly. Sirens wailed distantly as Victor fled the back exit. In that moment, I knew I'd adopt this dog. He'd lead me straight to evidence-destroying Victor Langford. The emergency room at Willow Creek General smelled of disinfectant and anxiety. I sat on the exam bed, ice pack pressed to my swelling cheek, as Officer Ramirez took my statement. Sharp-eyed and professional. She confirmed security footage showed the assault. Verbal confirmation? Victor Langford, my stepfather, punched me for refusing fraudulent documents. She noted Alex's corroboration and video evidence. Likely misdemeanor battery, unless part of a pattern. After she left, promising swift filing, I called Lucas. He answered instantly. Elena. Mom mentioned trouble at the shelter. Victor hit me. I'm okay, but staying with you tonight. Silence. Then resolve. You're staying with me. No arguments. In Lucas's cozy apartment above his bookstore. Tea steaming. I examined the golden retriever's details via shelter portal. Microchip traced to Paws of Hope. Listed as Hurricane Rescue Transport. But the contact number matched Victor's burner batch. Lucas. With his accounting eye, spotted registration 2 days after a $50,000 unverified donation. No matching disaster occurred. We mapped connections silently. Suspicious entries. Fake rescues justifying fundraising. Vehicles that didn't exist. Money routing to Victor-controlled accounts. Over $1 million in donations funneled improperly. Mom deposited cash post-campaigns, believing administrative reimbursements. My phone buzzed, Mom. I answered on speaker. Lucas recording legally. She pleaded misunderstanding. Victor stressed from charity. When pressed about cash deposits, thousands monthly for office use like deck fixes, she hesitated. I revealed the assault evidence. She claimed I attacked first, sabotaging out of jealousy. Doubt crept in her voice as I hung up. Lucas's face was grim. She's implicated but manipulated. I stared at the screen. Breadcrumbs from dog to fraud. She's a victim too. Handle carefully. I filed adoption for the dog Atlas. Named for carrying truth's weight. Victor created fake animals for expenses. This real one would expose him. Saturday voicemail from shelter director expedited adoption due to circumstances. I leveraged compliance skills tracing metadata, donations from Mom's house. Library. Coffee shop IPs matching Victor. Bought traffic from overseas simulated support. Officer Ramirez called noting microchip flagged in pet trafficking patterns, suggesting records for investigation. That afternoon, my bruised face drawing stares. I returned to Oakwood. Alex greeted me relieved. Director Dr. Ellis led Atlas out, tail wagging wildly upon seeing me. He's been waiting, she said, handing the leash. Documentation folder thick, transport logs impossible for claimed numbers. Vet signatures from revoked licenses. Microchipping receipt dated recently despite 2017 hurricane claim. Billing address, P.O. Box for V. Langford Enterprises, supposedly dissolved but active. Dr. Ellis provided notarized copies. Supportive. Victor's been circling welfare groups too long. As I loaded Atlas into my car, Victor's SUV idled suspiciously in the lot, engine warm. I texted Officer Ramirez immediately. Safe at Lucas's. Atlas curled at my feet. I uploaded documents. Web of fraud. $1.2 million over 18 months skimmed. Laundered through shells. Fake purchases. Lucas reviewed Matrix. Enough to bury him. But I wanted Avalanche full burial. Sunday call from Mom. Victor consulting lawyers on defamation. She insisted charity legitimate. Shown rescue photos, stock images. I countered. Doubt trembled her voice as I pressed on home improvements funded by charity, $40,000 plus for deck. Appliances. Office claimed for events despite her allergies, non-existent. She raised our childhood golden retriever Rusty. Neighbors' footage showed no animals. Story of childhood dog Bella copied from web for $15. She admitted deck money. Signed slips. Thought helping. Line dead after door slam. Victor's voice. Lucas noted evidence of involvement, but victimhood. We moved fast. Traced 17 similar microchip dogs generating revenue without existence. Duplicate campaigns. Donation spikes pre-Victor's luxuries. Lucas's breakthrough. Harbor County Pet Relief filing fake tax-exempt for disaster funds. Federal crime. Officer Ramirez elevated case with prosecutor involvement. Suggested attending pause of Hope's Moonlight Adoptions Gala Saturday. Atlas as emotional support. Microchip scan useful. Trap set. Victor thought punch silence me. Instead. Handed weapon. Real dog unraveling lies. Saturday evening. Riverbend Pavilion glowed magically. String lights and lanterns masking corruption. I entered with Atlas in service vest. Bruise visible qualifying accommodation. Officer Ramirez in civilian clothes cleared us discreetly. Auditors at bar. Prosecutors near auction. Victor glad-handed in rented tux near stage. Dr. Ellis joined. Petting Atlas loudly. Victor spotted us. Emotions flashing, surprise to calculation, before MC called him on stage. Speech touted 200 rescues.
150 transports.
Federal license, logs thousands of miles. Lucas noted vague claims. No specifics. I raised hand post-speech. Mr. Langford. Details on recent hurricane rescues? Interested in golden retrievers saved. Pavilion quieted. Victor feigned confusion. I identified as stepdaughter, he assaulted. Adopted scout wait. Atlas, from claimed 2017 rescue with recent microchip. Murmurs swelled. He claimed rechipping standard. But I pressed revoked vet license. Jonah, Lucas, called out bank records, $42,000 charity to Home Reno. Victor cracked. Insisting reimbursements for operations despite no animals visiting. Allergies lie. He stormed off stage toward me demanding scanner proof.
Dr.
Ellis provided one prepared. Victor scanned Atlas. Beep showed number linked to burner phones in fraud across states. Ramirez's voice cut. Explain the registration to fraudulent operations? Color drained from Victor. Realization hit trap. Officers positioned at exits. Auditor froze accounts for systematic fraud. Laundering. False federal docs. Victor lunged in rage. But Atlas stood growling protectively, enough for Ramirez to cuff him reciting rights. As led away screaming to mom, arrived unseen. Tearful realizing deception. Pavilion erupted. Donors outraged. Reporters pivoting to real story. I knelt by Atlas. Whispering good boy. The prop dog exposed the empire. Monday brought process server. Victor.
Bailed.
Sued for defamation. Emotional distress. Business interference, seeking $250,000. Lucas scan complaint. Malicious smear against respected leader. Trying to bankrupt you silent, but open discovery, his records fair game. My lawyer Patricia. Ex-prosecutor. Called it slap suit to intimidate. Countersuit for assault. Fraud. Exploitation of mom. Preliminary hearing Thursday. Victor's desperation showed. Social media PR with stock dog photos. Fake testimonials. Unhinged conspiracy videos. Tuesday burner call. Slurred threats. Claimed insurance docs implicating me. Bluff. Forged emails metadata recent. I recorded. Traced to motel. Forwarded evidence. Thursday packed courtroom. Victor's attorney claimed harassment campaign. Patricia dismantled. Assault video. Intimidation recording. Fraud docs. Killing blow. Microchip evidence from legal adoption proved legitimate whistleblowing. Not defamation. Judge dismissed claims with prejudice. Awarded fees. Issued permanent restraining order. Victor exploded. Live stream attempt. Phone confiscated. USB drive fell from jacket, secured as evidence. Likely real financials. Hallway. Mom waited tearfully, apologizing. Choosing wrong. Promising full cooperation post-trial. Atlas nudged her hand. Breaking tension. We'll talk after you testify fully. Auditor's Friday press conference. Forensic audit confirmed $1.2 million misappropriated. Charges wire fraud. Laundering. False stocks. Assets frozen. Fewer than 10% rescues real. Victor interrupted, ranting. Exposing second set books in storage unit. More evidence against him. Atlas barked commandingly. Silencing. Drawing laughter and judgment. Victor rearrested, violating bail. I spoke as whistleblower. Started with Atlas's microchip exposing patterns in compliance work. 2 months later. Verdict. Guilty all counts. 8 to 12 years federal prison. Judge harsh on public trust abuse. Mom testified cooperation. Making amends. Moved to apartment. Therapy. Supervised volunteering. Riverbend now hosted legitimate adoption fair by Oakwood. Atlas ambassador vest. Greeted families. Reporter interviewed. Relief justice served. Evidence from microchip-led network exposure. Mom victim of manipulation. Relationship rebuilding slowly. Federal prosecutors seized more properties. Full restitution possible. FBI cracked similar ops using my methods as template.
Dr.
Ellis awarded lifetime volunteer plaque for service, reminding saving animals means stopping exploiters. Evan thanked standing up. Cleanup done. Atlas by side. Reflected journey from violent night to community triumph. Real adoptions. Real help. Drove home, my apartment, my car. No entanglements. Victor shackled, muttering conspiracies. Greed exposed by sloppiness. Real dog toppling empire. Phone buzz, celebration dinner invite. Drove streets. Atlas head out window. Realized revenge via systems Victor corrupted. Compliance. Documentation. Legal channels, boring tools of function. My weapons. Atlas became family. Assault gave voice. Scheme crumbled under truth. Persistence. Special dog. Best revenge served with wagging tail. Microchip telling story. What lingers? How greed blinds. Family manipulation erodes trust. Yet courage exposing lies through everyday acts restores justice. In end, one real animal undid fiction-built empire. Question remains. How many more hidden behind kind masks?